Hey Marvel Legends fans, this is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hasbro's Iron Man series Marvel Legends action figure, Heroic Age Iron Man. These are just started dropping in stores, and they kind of dropped en masse. So far I've seen these at Meijer, Walmart, and Target. So like everybody got them all at the same time. So these should be available in your area now if you live at least in the US. Just a quick look at the box. As you can see, I've already removed the figure because I was very excited to finally get these. There's a shot of the new Iron Man armor at the top, and it's kind of like stylized, a little anime-like. Upper right corner, you see the Avengers symbol from the movie. Pretty much how the other Legends boxes look, except it's not as an interesting design on it. So I probably won't save these boxes like I do the other ones. But here's a shot of the action figure, some of the art from the comic book. And down here, you can get a look at two of the other figures. You can see that. There's the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure. And then here we've got Iron Patriot, the classic Iron Man. And these coming out in the fall, they've announced, are the Iron Man from the movie, War Machine from the movie, and a new Ultron figure that's based, it looks to be based on the Titanium Man body from the previous Iron Man series. So that's pretty cool. Not a whole lot going on with the packaging. Like I said, it's not really as interesting as the regular Marvel Legends because they have such great art on them. But, you know, it serves its job, so I've already got them out. Let's take a look. Here's Heroic Age Iron Man out of packaging. Just got him in kind of a, I don't know, repulsor blast kind of pose there. Nothing too special. I'm not really great at posing, but now he does come with Ironmonger's left leg, which is actually very posable on its own. It's got a swivel joint at the top. I've already connected it to the torso. They came with Iron Patriot, but there's a swivel at the top and double hinge knees, and they're not perfect. They still only get about 90 degrees, but it's helpful. At the bottom, he's got the kind of newer Hasbro-style joints that go forward and back, and then twist inwards, and then they've got a rotator there too, so he'll actually be able to get some pretty nice stances. I mean, if you turn his leg like that, you'll be able to do some cool things, so that's pretty exciting. I like the way they did the ankles. I am a little confused as to why on the back here, if you see up in there, there's this huge chunk of plastic that's just there, like as part of the design, but it like massively blocks the rear motion of the foot, so I have no idea why they put that there, because it just bumps right up against it. You see right there? No clue why they did that, but that's designed for you. Who knows? So this figure is really, really nice. There's a lot of things I like about it. I really don't have many gripes with it. One of the things I really enjoy just right out the gate is his proportions. And what I mean by that is his proportions remind me a lot of, for one, the art when it first came out kind of showed him as a bit of a stocky kind of design. As you can see, he's real like thick and muscular. Like his neck up here, like these muscles, which I don't know what they're called, kind of are really close, high up on his neck there. Very, very nice. They really make him look like a beefy type of armor, which is interesting because it is like an armor that's much closer to skin than anything else. But I dig that. But I also really like that just the general musculature kind of reminds me of the WWE series from Mattel, the Elites. Very, very similar in kind of shape of the arms and the body and everything. It just looks really natural, and I really dig that. So, as far as the face, he's got a very nice Heroic Age sculpt there. I didn't have too many problems, I guess, with the paint or anything. Nothing really like bled over or anything. Very, very nice. Did a great job. The plastic isn't quite pearlescent on it. It's just a really nicely painted red. In some areas it's painted, in others it's not. I guess it's up to you to figure out which one's which, but you can see there's in areas where the plastic is molded in the right color, you can see some swirl where they did like the metallic effect and stuff. Not as much paint detail on the energy areas. I mean, I don't think these are called repulsors, but whatever you do want to call them, there's not as much paint detail as on the Marvel Universe version, but still very nice. The hands are really, really nicely done. I really like the sculpt that they did on those. Just an open hand here and a fist on this side. Very, very cool. Great new hips. I love this style of hips as opposed to the traditional ball hips that Hasbro and Toy Biz used to do. I think these look much cleaner. They look for make it look like it's a much smoother design. It doesn't look as intrusive with the articulation. But just overall, very, very nice. We got peg holes on the bottom. They didn't paint these on the bottom, which they also didn't on Ironmonger's foot. I thought that they would paint those, but not a total loss. And then back here you can see just very nicely sculpted top to bottom, and then this weird like numbered thing that I guess Hasbro has to do for customs or something, I'm not sure. One interesting thing about this sculpt though is that on the back of the package there's a clear cut right here above the ankle where I assume they had planned on putting in a twist joint there to make better use of the ankle joint, but that's not present on the final figure, which is a bummer, but it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. In terms of posing, I've still been able to get most of the poses I want. So speaking of articulation, we've got a hinged neck, goes back about that far. So you can see with his torso, you can get a flying pose that'll look forward, so that's cool. Because nobody would like keep their body straight and just put their head up. I mean, you would probably lean back a little. But it also goes very far down, like very, very far. And on top of that, there's a slight ball joint. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but if you just want like a little angle on it, you know, you can make it work. The head is, kind of break my shelves here, is removable, and so I imagine if there's other heads that you have that'll fit that peg, you can just swap them in and out. It actually looks about the same size as the classic Iron Man, which I normally have sitting around here, but I don't see him readily at hand, but I may try and grab that before the end of the video. So and that pops on and off pretty easily. He's got ratcheted outward moving shoulder joints, so you can hear the ratchet in there. They only go out about that far, but of course you can always cheat, like I've showed you before, you know, and swivel the arm up that way and, you know, do that sort of thing if you needed to. And they go all the way around, of course. Swiveling the biceps, double hinge elbows. So first joint you get about to there, a little bit more than 90 degrees, just on the first joint, and then your second joint. Oh, I think that might actually be with the second joint. So this one doesn't have as much clearance because of the gauntlet armor as some do, but still not bad. I mean, it's more than 90 degrees, which is great. We've got swivel hinge wrists, which I had assumed that this part of the gauntlet would hinder that a bit, but actually you can see the plastic kind of bends around it, so it's not too bad. And they go in, and as you saw when I started the video, his hands actually can go up too, so that gauntlet doesn't bother repulsor blasts, which is very cool. On this one, it seems to be actually harder to do, which I didn't expect, because this hand being flared open I assumed would be very difficult to work with, but it's actually the fist that's bugging me. It can still do its in and out thing, it's just the going around makes me nervous that it's going to break. So I'm probably not going to try and twist that too much, but you got enough wiggle in there to do like standard poses. Ratcheting torso joint, you know, ab crunch, so clicks forward, clicks back. So you've got a lot of motion in there, very, very nice. Swivel waist, of course, all the way around. Ball jointed hips, Mattel style, or WWE style, whatever you want to call them. They look like ball joints. They might be swivel hinges in there, but it looks like a ball joint. I think it is. So swivels in the top of the hips, or in the top of the thighs rather. So those are a bit tough. This plastic here, I guess because it's the clear plastic maybe, you know, clear with painted parts, it's offered me a little resistance out of the package. I had to work especially on the right hip to get it moving well. So, you know, if it's tough like that, you may want to boil it and then try and get some twist action that way, just to, you know, be safe. You don't want to break anything on these new figures. Double hinge knees. First joint gets you about there. Second joint take you all the way back there. So pretty good, not perfect. If there's a little more clearance here, he could bring it all the way back to his back, but his ankle joints won't allow him to do a deep crouch anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Hinge and swivel on the feet, so feet go way back, and actually pretty far forward too, which is very nice. And then that new Hasbro swivel. So it's great because when you do the wide stances, pull back a little bit. Awesome. Basically all you have to do is press down on the foot and it'll kind of lock it in place for you, which is cool. Doesn't guarantee he'll stand. You might have to turn him in a little bit, but that's where the swivel at the top of the ankle would have helped, where you could turn it in to help balance your poses without having to turn at the thigh here. That's always good. So this figure costs about $15, and for $15 you get the figure, no accessories except for the Build-A-Figure piece. And he is in 6-inch scale, so just pop in a couple random 6-inchers who are just chilling over here, just so you guys can get an idea. So he's a bit taller than Deadpool and Deanna Troi there, or Wonder Girl, whatever you want to call her. So $15 is about standard. It's honestly better than Mattel's doing right now, where you're getting figures with less articulation, less paint, and no Build-A-Figure piece, and you're still paying $15, $16. Actually, $16, $17 in a lot of cases. So for me, the value's there. It's a good buy. Great looking action figure. If you have any questions about it that I didn't cover, let me know down in the comments below. I'd be glad to answer them. And before I go, I'll try to find out that Iron Man, that other classic Iron Man real quick, and see if I can swap heads. So kudos to Hasbro. I did find that other figure, and looking at it, the ball joints are exactly the same size. So while this one, the helmet looks a little large, a little silly, with the Tony Stark head from the 2-pack figure, it actually looks right about right. It might look a little small to you, but remember that this is a guy in a metallic suit, so to me it looks right on. And you still retain all your articulation and everything, and he's actually got a little more wiggle room in there. This one is actually much tighter. You can see his head's on a slight angle there, kind of going that way. I can't really adjust that. There's not a whole lot of room in there, but you still got that action and stuff. So that's pretty cool, Hasbro. I do dig that. If there's people who are into customs, that's always a plus. I'm pretty sure what was it? I want to say Clint Barton, but the Ronin head sculpts, including the Clint Barton head, are the same size too. So, you can swap those out as well, make yourself some kind of crazy custom, cool stuff. I dig that from Hasbro. I like it when ball joints are the same size so that things are interchangeable, just for fun, so. That's it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, please hit me up. And if you get the feeling, give me a subscription. I'd be glad to have you on, and I still plan on doing a lot of video reviews in the coming years. So stay tuned for the Iron Patriot review, which will be coming up soon as well. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.